Hi there, I got round with me from the Austin Gooners. Really disappointing loss today, losing 3-0 to Tottenham. Your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, man. I was really hoping for a much better match. It was starting to look good. I think like the first 15, 20 minutes was good up until like the penalty, right? Yeah, Harry Kane scored in the 22nd minute. So yeah, I thought the first 20 minutes, yeah, it was a good demarcation, right? But first 20 minutes was back and forth. It was physical, it was scrappy. I mean, it's everything you expect like the North London Derby to be, right? Or any kind of rivalry match. And so I was like, okay, like this is gonna be the type of game we're gonna see. But it all spiraled out once like that first penalty hit. And like, I don't know, man. As I was saying before, this, but like as a sports fan, I really, really hate pinning the blame on referees. Like I feel like on one hand they have like a really difficult job, and ultimately like it's up to the players. But with that being said, like especially when a large, especially when the call comes down to your judgment, like you got to get it right. And I feel like that wasn't even the most difficult or tough foul um up to that point. You know what I mean? Like for that to be for that to actually just be called a penalty, and then for B for them not even to consider going to VAR. Like there was no VAR check. Nobody even bothered. Like at least have a look at it. Like that's the whole point of having it. So to work, if they're just going to go like off of whatever the referee says on the pitch, like that was disappointing because I don't know, like I don't like I was trying to understand like exactly what the rule is or whatever, but given everything up to that point, like that's not a penalty. Like sure, I mean what somebody just explained to me was like Cedric is obviously shorter and can't jump as high as Son, so he's kind of jumping up and no intent to go for the ball, but I mean he's jumping. I mean he's making a move to play defense. Like what else is he supposed to do there? So like that was whack. I thought the second yellow on Rob Holding, like Rob Holding got a yellow, and Son did not get a single call, and he threw like two elbows in like the first 10 minutes. So like again, that's just for me. Rob Holding is just kind of holding his own, and then on that one, I was explaining it to my friend who were like, when for us, Bukayo Saka kind of pulled the guy against Chelsea and kind of like drew the contact and drew the foul in the box and was able to put it away. I almost felt like that was a little bit of karma, as much as I hate to say it, because the Son did not get elbowed in the face, man. That fool was like falling down, and Rob Holding is like, maybe he's not falling down, but he's like running low, and Rob Holding, like, I mean, when you run, like, how are you supposed to move your arms? Like how was he supposed to go like this with his arm? Or I mean, I don't know if you can even see me doing this in the video, but like his arm, like there's nowhere for his arm to go but into Son's head. Like, and I know that sounds like real, like I'm like home cooking for the home team or whatever, but like that for me, I was like, that has to be one of those like savvy things that veteran sneaky players do just to get the contact. And I thought it was kind of sleazy, but yeah, whatever. And then by that third goal, again, I thought Gabriel got pushed. It didn't even get called or it didn't even get looked at. And then boom. It was off a corner, right? I think and that corner, like even before that, like Saka got kicked, but Tottenham gets awarded the free kick. And then the free kick turns into a corner and the corner turns into a goal. And after that just series of plays going down, I was just like, yeah, this is ridiculous, man. It's just like, and I don't know. I think also on the other hand, like we're still we still have that label of being a young team, and I thought our guys could have maybe done a little bit better to to be more poised. Maybe Cedric wasn't the guy to go out there to beat today. It just wasn't his day. Maybe Rob Holding could have been more aware of his surroundings. I don't know, like, but this was also, I think, a poor performance on our end. Like, I think we let one thing snowball into another, and it was kind of like that Crystal Palace match where just things just get in your head, and then it just everything is bad. Because even in the second half, like Spurs were dominating, and there was not really anything. There's nothing really even anything positive to pull out of this, unless you like isolated the first 20 minutes and just said like, "Hey, good job, Nketiah. Saka was doing well. Like we, Odegaard, his usual self." And I thought like Nenny made a couple of uncharacteristic mistakes. Like it was just a snowball of things, man. So it was just one of those. It's just not a good day. Didn't work out well for us at all.
Yeah, so going into the game, we were speaking the other day about the lineup and the tactics. What did you think of Arteta's starting 11 and tactics today?
I was surprised that we didn't start Ben White. I was kind of expecting like if he was healthy enough, like we good. But apparently not. That's not so. Um, that's really my only surprise. Like I was not happy to see Cedric there. I thought like I would hope that the Arteta would put his top four defenders at least that are active and available out there. So that being Gabriel, Ben White, I guess Rob Holding. Yeah, Rob Holding. I would have been happy to. I wasn't upset at him being out there, and then also Tomiyasu. But to see Cedric out there, like I wasn't thrilled. And like they got two killer wingers, man. And I mean, yeah, or even just not to see Tomiyasu on Sun. Like that's what I was actually maybe even expecting to see, like Tomiyasu play, because Tomiyasu just destroyed Cedric, and it didn't turn out well. Or Cedric and Holding, right? Like I mean, he just he ate our guys for lunch, man. So I think it really comes down to that. Just Son is world class, and who we got in defense is not world class now. We couldn't keep up with them. That's what it was.
Okay, so got to try and be positive still, though. We are 1 point
Yeah.
ahead of them. Only 2 games to go. If we can win these last 2 games, then top 4 is ours. We'll be finishing above them. So as happy as they are today, winning the game, we can be the ones that are happy at the end of the season. Do you think we can bounce back now?
I think we can. I mean, we've shown that we can. We have to come back quicker because, like the last couple times we've lost, it's been like losing streaks or whatever. So, like, obviously, we don't have time to go to another losing streak and then bounce back. Like, it's got to be quick. I mean, we have a quick turnaround. It's Monday. I hope we're ready to go, and I have a feeling we will be. Newcastle is kind of I feel like they're safe, right? They're not at risk of being relegated. But it is a home match, and I mean these are professionals, so could be one way or another, right? You might have some players who have booked their vacations already, and you have some that are just going to be looking to spoil the big club, right? Like Newcastle is this up and comer, probably with new ownership or whatever. So those players are probably obviously going to be auditioning for. If they're not going to be at the club next year, they're going to be auditioning for their future. So it's still got to be a game we got to take seriously, but it's in our hands. That's the thing. Like, and everything I've been saying, or we've been saying, or I've been reading about, like it would have been cool. It would have been awesome. It would have been a storybook ending to our Amazon series to close it out at White Hart Lane or whatever they call that stadium now, against Tottenham, to finish up above them on the table. Like that's storybook, that's Hollywood, but that wasn't to be. So hopefully we can continue in how we played, and play with how we know play how we know how we can play. And I think it's in the bag. I think if we can, obviously it is in the bag, but I think we still have the upper hand, and hopefully we play with a little bit more of a chip on our shoulder. But I hope we can still maintain that positivity. Like, hey, like it's not the end of the world yet, but we have to bounce back. So we'll see.
Okay, are you confident we'll still make the top four?
I think so. I mean, Newcastle is beatable. Everton's gonna fight, but I also feel like they're gonna be, by the time we play them, I feel like they're gonna be safe. They seem to have turned it around a little bit, so it won't, like, the last two matches aren't gonna be easy, and it's gonna be intense, of course, right? But I think I think we can still do it, and I think we can turn it around quick enough that we're gonna have to, because there's nothing else. Like, it's those two games and that's it. Like, I'm sure also the coaches will still emphasize as well, like, hey, we blew this opportunity. Let's not blow the next one, because we still have the chance, and we can maybe hope that Burnley, the team that's going to be fighting for relegation right now, along with Everton and Leeds, maybe they pull an upset on Sunday and gift us a chance to close it out on Monday. Who knows, right? That's still, like, depending on a lot of factors, but there's still a lot of games to go, and nothing's decided yet, which is, I think, the message we as fans have to kind of relax on. Like, let's not doomsday it yet. Like, let's just say, hey, look, like, this sucks, but I think we still got a chance. It's not in the bag, but it's in our hands. It's ours to lose.